Well, hello. We're here with Miss Tonia Jones-Lafi. She's a board member at the Pembroke School District in Illinois. And thank you for being here. Can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing lately?
Yes, recently married. It'll be a year in October.
Congratulations.
I have 4 adult children and 5 grand. I've been on the school board about 14 years.
14 years.
Served
Okay.
as board chair for about 8 years. I am currently just an assistant secretary, which I love, just sitting there. I'm involved in different community activities in my community, such as also serve as a village trustee for the village of Hopkins Park. I started a Ladies of Pembroke book club.
Yeah, you're a busy lady.
Yes, so ladies can come and just let out steam, talk about their lives, and it's more of a support group for women.
And so you've been a school board member for a really long time. Obviously, the last 18 months or so have been a little trying with the pandemic. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about how you, as a board member, and the rest of your board members dealt with that issue?
Well, I tell you, it was lots of phone calls. We had frustrated parents, upset because they felt we didn't get things right or we're not doing things right. So, of course, as board members, you call your superintendent and say, hey, what's going on? What are we missing here? And he would break it down to us and say, no, this is what we're doing. This is what they need to do. So we did as much as contact. Well, of course, as you know, the first year we had no school.
Yes.
So we would send packets home to the children. We provided lunches. We provided hotspots to the children. So we did everything we needed to do, but parents didn't understand. The superintendent, being the calm guy that he is, he was more relaxed and said, hey, calm down, board members, I got this. So we left it to the superintendent to handle. This year, we started in-person learning.
Okay, good.
Perfect. Everything is great. A little different. The little ones are not used to not touching their teachers or hugging, and I believe kids need that.
That touch is certainly great when they're young.
Yes. But our superintendent, he done a wonderful job. And as board members, when he brings us ideals, we ask what's best for the children. If you can tell us how does it benefit the children, your vote, we got you.
Well, that's excellent. Now, I know that there's a lot of public education issues, private education versus public education. Maybe you can share a little bit about your feeling on that?
Well, I feel public education is a must. That's your right. I mean, you pay your taxes. I believe you should be given the best public education as possible. There's no reason why I need to be paying taxes, but then turn around and pay for a private education for my child to get a better education. To me, that just does not make sense. And I need someone to make that make sense. And I do know that when people are paying their money, their kid will behave better in private school. They will do whatever it needs to be done because you're paying that money. Whereas public school, you get that same child and he's going to act up. He or she will act up. They will have behavior problems. But you send that same child to private school and they're just an angel. So I'm trying to understand what's the difference. What is the difference between public and private? What makes a parent or a child understand that part of the educational system?
Well, that certainly makes a lot of sense, especially when we're paying taxes. You want to be able to have that system that you're paying into be a good enough system to educate your children and basically compete, if not beat, a private school system.
Yeah, so
That's a very interesting point. I know that you have talked a little bit about an acquaintance of yours and how maybe she's struggling a little bit where she's currently a principal or was a principal and maybe wants to go on to the next level and become a board member. Talk to me a little bit about that. You feel that that she doesn't have enough, I guess, for lack of a better term, power as a principal?
Yes, so I was speaking to Sadia this morning, just before the interview, and she was sharing with me that she's frustrated in her role as principal. And the reason being, she does not feel that the district is giving their all, public education, to the students. She and I went to grade school together, so we know the importance of public education. And we received a great public education. And so she doesn't understand this particular district, why that focus isn't there. So she said she was talking to someone, they asked her to run for school board. And she thought about it, wow, I can make a difference by pushing issues, voting for different things that can correct the problem. So my question to her was, are you ready to make that decision? Because as a principal, someone is making those decisions for you. And she said, I'm ready. She said, because I don't want to send my child to a private school for a better education. She said, I can afford to do that. But what about the parents that can't afford it?
She's making a conscious choice to keep her children in a public school setting.
Yes.
And she really wants to fight for that setting to be more competitive.
Yes. So that's what she's planning on doing 2022.
Okay.
So
was there any thoughts, or have you had any thoughts to maybe staying on the board 2-3 more terms? What is it that you're passionate about within the role that you're playing right now?
I'm passionate about children. I'm passionate about education. I believe every child should be educated. I believe every child should be educated to the extent that every child would go to college. And I know some people have the ideal that we're just going to get them through so they can get to trade school. I believe you put that focus as if every child is going to college. I sent 3 daughters to HBCUs, so I know it can be done.
Yeah, it's tough work as a parent. I've got 2 kids of my own in college, and so I understand exactly what you went through. So, well, I appreciate you sitting down with us. It was great meeting you and great having you on. And my name is Alex Lopez for Issues in Education, and this is Miss Tonia Jones-Lafi, board member with Pembroke School District. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.